episode 6, and guess who's on the cover alive? I still have a pretty sore throat and do not feel the best, but we are going to truck through these episodes.
Really bad.
Don't touch them. There's no point. That once the direction's chosen, no organism can defend themselves or escape the cruel inevitability of dying. His next target will be you, Jolene.
Okay, they just left FF die, and now Jolene's going to be forced to fight when she could have been fighting the entire time. And I bet you Anastasia's going to help Jolene in her fight, which is just going to pile onto the fact that they're idiots for not helping FF. They never said anything about him being immune to damage while he's fighting someone else, so why didn't you just do something while they were doing their stupid 1v1?
Jolene's also severely wounded, so it would have been more advantageous for her to disrupt the fight as much as possible in FF's favor, but now she has to fight this honestly very powerful stand user while she's completely wounded. Although, to be fair, the show doesn't really care how wounded Jolene is because she'll still be able to fight regardless.
If Jolene actually cares for any of her friends, like I guess we're supposed to believe, then she'd be yelling at Anastasia to help because she's too injured, and then Anastasia would be like, no, you need to read his stand, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Just start attacking him with what you've got and see what happens. Besides, Jolene stands ranged, so she'd be able to help even in an injured state. And second, I'm sure Anastasia's stand would have come mighty in handy while fighting FF when Drake
That's actually true, because her string literally has infinite range, as we've seen. It can go like 50 miles into a truck and into a car. So you're right. That doesn't make any sense.
Why wouldn't you want to show us what happens if she tries to tangle him? Because then he'd do some cool shit where he like detaches his head and then that becomes a projectile or something. Like, I'm serious. That would have been cool.
Yeah. That would have been great. It would have been like Jojo moment, like a good one. Like,
but instead he like can stick his hand down your throat and you drown, I guess.
Oh god, he's pulling a Killua.
That was my first thought from last episode.
He did this, yeah. They've both done the fucking phase shift move.
Oh my god.
The plain fact that they're injured and bleeding is more of a relief. All the FFs in their body are almost completely wiped out.
I'm so happy none of it spilled. But still, that's unlucky, for sure.
Oh my god.
There's literally like several human bodies filled with water here.
That's
you
not
suck the water out of.
Like, once again, this is a problem with the world. I don't know how her stand works and how these stands work entirely, but she got cut in a certain way that the liquids in her head can stay, even though it would be pouring out in the position we're looking at now. Like, are you serious? Yeah. If she's to be like a human at all, her head would be just gushing blood. Didn't she have a neck wound?
That's where she punctured herself with her finger.
So she should actually have 2 neck wounds and she only has 1.
Yeah, because he fucking went through her neck as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wonderful.
Maybe he went through the same wound.
We pointed out in episode 5 that FF was on the floor with like an fucking enlarged fucking neck, and they just didn't show that either, and she was in the wrong position, so.
Like, she had liquid going through all of her body and shit like that when he made her drown. I'd feel like that'd fuck up an organ or two.
Yeah, because she still has organs, so her brain would have, like, yeah, you know, you're right, because I even made this argument in the last episode. She still has a human body. It's just, like, she's just taking it over because, like, the plankton that's circulating inside of it is her.
Speaking of plankton, why aren't you healing yourself?
Yeah, that's it. Maybe she can only heal people who aren't made entirely of plankton. Which would make
wouldn't it be nice if they gave us rules for how her plankton works instead of being the fucking Neosporin of stand powers? Anastasia could be fighting Drake Demon and Jolene could be healing her friend, but they're not friends.
Yeah, she can use threads to close wounds because she can do it to herself, so surely to God she can do it to others, right?
And yeah, she'd be able to do it at a distance too. Why wouldn't it be any different? Good job, Jolene.
Yeah.
Bro.
Come back here, dragon.
Enter the FF.
Yo, what the hell?
Oh, never mind. The dragon literally pointed towards him as being a bad spot.
Never again.
He thought that she was dead because for some reason he still doesn't get the impression that she's not human, but he thought she was dead, so he wasn't paying attention to the whole arrow thing. I think that's why. Because like she was sitting there like dead at the end of the last episode, and she was like psych, and then like shot.
Great.
It's actually worse than that because he already established that he knew that she wasn't exactly human because
I
he could
know.
look inside her and saw some organism.
He
He
can
said.
look-
So it's even worse than what you're thinking.
He'd be able to see her blood flow.
I can use water to make a mirror, obviously. I needed to recover from
Just
the
let him
injury.
stick his-
Obviously.
The only way I can possibly-
Why does she think she has to do this stupid mirror plan? Why isn't she yelling at her friends to help?
But the only way I can possibly make a mirror midair is if I can get some water.
And rapidly followed in my footsteps.
You know,
But not
again, I've been
now.
saying this.
Ever
There's
since
literally
being
bodies surrounding her that are
incarcerated
filled with
here,
water
their
that
love
she
and
could just
loyalty
cut
was turned
open
into
and she'd
pure
have plenty of
disgust.
water to work
Everyone
with.
looked down on me, laughed, and turned away. Even degenerates that abducted children and did unspeakable things to them
Degenerates.
saw me as beneath them. 40 years. 40 long, hard years.
There's your water, FF. Go ahead and take it.
Why was she able to...
So her head is still split open, by the way, and she was able to do that evasive maneuver without any difficulty.
There's no fucking... Dude, it's when they reach 0 and their health bar is infinite.
There's a fire hose! Run and grab it!
A fire
Oh my
hose.
god, there's no way. Shoot some string, Jolene! Don't have her get a fucking fire hose!
She's already halfway there. She's pointing. All she has to do is shoot the string out.
Oh my god.
Wait, why go for the hose when there's bodies like fucking again human water
There's
ticks
no
around
way.
you?
There's
Hey,
no
asshole,
way
instead
this
of
is
just
going
standing there
on.
watching and
I
giving
keep
comments,
clicking out of
how about
fucking...
it?
Oh, she
Right,
did the
right,
thing!
right.
She
She
did the
said
thing!
it.
I was gonna say how fucking cringe it is that... Alright, this run animation is something
It
else.
took an entire fucking episode.
I like your
Oh
hands.
no.
We
It
have
worked.
one image, and from what we know, let's see how many things that are missing. There's no dead bodies. All of the water from Survivor's stand is gone. There's no other stand users in the room. This guy has ranged capabilities. He can shoot his hand out, and he's going to
Chase her instead.
casually
Very
chase
optimal.
behind her.
These run animations are incredible, by the way.
You have ranged abilities.
Hey, asshole! Instead of just standing there watching and giving commentary, you could help out FF.
Well done.
You have
What a-
some nerve saying
what a-
that bullshit. This is actually the worst show ever created by man. I promise you. It doesn't get any worse than this. You have a character steeping in hypocrisy from what she just said. When she can pull out her string and could have changed this entire fight around for like 45 minutes now.
Here we go. What's Anastasia's excuse?
I'll help if FF dies.
Yo, there's no way.
He wants the same thing as us all along. He just wants everyone to die.
Fucking Chad. He honors the 1v1 rule.
Dude, he actually is part of the Fight Club.
I mean, all right. The teammates don't teammate. Okay.
Before I came here, helping FF was never part of the deal.
That
The
is
sworn
true.
plan Was to protect only
That is
you.
true.
FF said themselves not to step in for them.
Yo.
Is the enemy in the room not the enemy of Jolene as well?
FF literally said, yo, Anastasia, if I start fucking losing, I'm on the verge of death. Do not help me. I got this.
If there's a bomb in the room and FF just happens to be the one closer to it, does he tell Jolene that he won't help FF because he wants
Yep.
to see her die? But
No,
if
because
she
FF
did-
told him not to get involved and to just protect Jolene, meaning her life is forfeit. So don't do anything about it, I guess.
I mean, you got it.
And asked me to protect you from other dangerous enemies who are still in the punishment cells.
How does she
Who
know
are
that?
still
How
in
does
the
she know that?
punishment cells.
How does she know there's more enemies in the punishment cells?
Are we not in the punishment cell area? Is
We
that
are right
not
now.
an
This
enemy?
this is the punishment ward.
Aren't there more
Okay.
enemies? Don't we think there's 4 of them?
We know there's 4. How does FF
Minus
know there's
one?
more than 2? How does she know that?
She
Well,
just assumed.
That was an assumption.
Well, she
made
assumed.
last
Remember, she
episode
did assume
because-
like 2 episodes ago. Like there might be 3 or 4 stand users at the punishment
Yeah.
cell. But how would she? You know what? Never mind.
Anastasia's
Mine.
making the presumption that someone's gonna try and assassinate Jolene if he helps
Yes.
FF fight. I don't know. I like that's just fucking selfish as shit. I'm glad that we have a selfish piece of shit that wants to marry a
All
girl
those
because
could be
he's an
resolved.
incel.
Anastasia wouldn't even have to help if Jolene was smart enough to use her fucking string at all. Like it wouldn't even matter then what he did because Jolene could have held from literally anywhere in the room. So you're just creating more problems that shouldn't exist.
I seriously can't tell if Jolene gives a fuck about her friends. She let her sort of friend Hermes
Literally go in front of a bunch of zombies. Did not even try to stop her or anything. Oh, there was something I wanted to point out to you, Justin, about that scene. Hermes can also see the strings because she moves them.
Everyone can see the strings. Sports Maximum's just an idiot and got hit by the string. That's just all I can say.
All right.
Sports Maximum not seeing the string and getting hit by it, it's fucking ass. That's tough to watch. But what's even more tough to watch is that the fucking cop didn't see Jolene using the string to find the bone when they were giving her a shower. That shit was hard to believe.
Where is it? I've got to get the water running now!
Oh, of course the hose just doesn't work anymore.
This is your unlucky direction. You
Wait,
must
she
protect
thinks...
it fiercely. Otherwise, a definite attack will head your way. At their own will!
FF, no! What are you doing? Please stop! An attack has already been decided, get it? This is not going to end well for you!
An attack has already been decided?
Okay. It's still a human body. Let's not forget that.
Wait, what the fuck just happened? Whoa.
She went inside. She removed her arm so she can get inside the hose.
No. I got that part. Hold on. Who the fuck just kicked the hose?
Purposely remove their arms to fit their body into
I think
the hose.
FF did. So she was inside the hose. Now she's outside the hose.
Yo, devil's advocate. What the fuck just happened?
I don't fucking
She
know.
was inside the hose, then magically teleported outside the hose and was able to kick it.
Oh.
And now
This
water's
is
being
her
squirt out of
shoe, right? This isn't
Yes,
someone
that's
else.
FF.
It has to be, right?
it. That is FF, 100%.
Is her leg like functioning on its own? And they did.
No.
How
her
did you
body
have
just-
this
look,
happen? Who thought?
I don't know.
Like
Play
you
it,
almost
play it,
had a
play
good
it, you'll
idea.
Oh, they did it! They managed to catch.
Oh wait, yeah. Where the fuck is she? She's still inside the hose because you can see where it's enlarged where she's at.
How is her leg out?
Her leg's like out of the other end of the hose, but that doesn't make sense with
No,
what we
that
just
makes
saw.
no sense.
I don't.
I'm so baffled at what happened actually.
Why did she have to go in the hose?
Okay, so.
Yeah, true. Couldn't she have just
Why
kicked
couldn't
it
she
anyway?
have just kicked it?
Oh no.
Okay, so I was thinking more along the lines of this is like painfully obvious what's going on with the stand. Direction, punch, arm, she decapitated it. He chose that direction. It's so hard to think about. So where she took off her arm would be where it's being launched. Wait, this scene doesn't make any sense. Where her arms would have been floating. Why is it coming out of the tube?
Yeah, it's coming. I was literally about to say that. It's coming out of the tube.
Oh, there's so many problems. But so what I'm saying is, why is it going at her? Her arm would be sent in the direction of the unlucky thing. So what? This is really confusing. Why is it going at her and not just the direction of the arrow and into the wall?
Well, last time it did. It just didn't hit her at all the first time she did it. It just like went in a random direction. I don't know.
He has
I'm
4 different
I'm trying
abilities.
really hard to think about this.
He has like
Yeah, his abilities don't link yet. Like, I don't really understand the connection between the fucking unlucky spot and just being able to put his hand down people's throats and making them drown.
But he also
there's no correlation.
He also has inverse Giorno, where he can control where things get sent back from their origin. but he can also send them from a different direction and then back to the origin. He can shoot his hand out and then hit something and then send his hand back to him, but someone else can get their hand taken off and it'll only just shoot at them. And I'm guessing it's going to return back to FF. I don't know.
There's also some clairvoyance going on because the stand is able to predict where someone's going to get hit at. Even like they say it's a lucky unlucky spot, but it's literally just like you're going to get hit in this spot at some point.
Why is it an unlucky spot and not an unlucky direction?
Right, that's the question I had too. I think unlucky spots is specific to someone's body rather than the room, which fuck me, dude. I can't even begin to try and figure that out.
So if the person's like the compass and it's an unlucky direction on that person, why would it be? It's a 2-dimensional plane and not a 3-dimensional plane. The z-axis would come into effect with how this thing determines where the unlucky spots are, but there's no z-axis on his compass. So how the fuck does that work?
Drake's dream. It's all predetermined. You cannot stop destiny.
That literally did not happen.
Okay.
That did not just happen.
And now the electric chair started. And is she gonna like
Oh,
fall
there's a
into the
time limit,
electric
don't
chair?
worry, there's a fucking time limit. Yeah, she did. Perfectly fell into the electric chair.
Close to the
Oh no!
Just have to get the water.
You know what water doesn't like? Zap
Things
zap.
don't change.
The planktons would
You're
certainly
dead.
be annihilated in less than a second.
Oh
Yeah.
fucking!
Even more convenient. Okay, literally unloop yourself from the chair and walk up and walk out, please.
Oh no! But that time she got up perfectly fine. Yeah. What are you doing? What
What
are you doing?
Just walk out of the room.
He was curious.
This is
Yo,
like
there's
this is
your-
like
there's
horror
your water
movie
mirror.
levels of
There's your water mirror.
What's going to happen?
Do your stupid plan.
He can kiss my ass.
What is what? What is
Runs
going
past
on?
him.
Did they just play this?
Oh, are you fucking joking? This is literally.
Dude, there's no
fucking-
way. There's no way. This is Home Alone.
Oh, I quit. I don't want to watch anymore. I can't handle it. so stupid.
Did she just trip on a tiny fucking bead that came from his
And
necklace that she
fell
shot off?
perfectly in the electric
And
chair.
did a somersault? Okay.
Perfectly fell in the fucking chair and strapped her in and everything.
Looks like it's
And now the
already
timer
been
just
Yo,
magically
it
went
just,
to 8 seconds.
yo,
It
it
had
just
like a
skipped
minute
like
left on the
30
clock.
seconds. I'm generously saying it skipped 30 seconds. Oh, God.
Watch it dud.
Anastasia.
Watch it dud.
I was gonna say no, it's. Oh. Yo. Whoa. Cliffhangers, guys. Another cliffhanger of FF being basically
Dying.
killed.
She's pretty strong.
Just show me how she fucking is just able to easily.
Yes, the
Not die
definitive
from
direction
this.
of attack and the perfect direction of protection. Feng Shui assassination.
Are we being serious? All of this is happening in a prison in America. Your maximum security portion of the prison is being overrun and is basically on red alert. Not only has no backup shown, but the prisoners have full access to everything in the fucking execution room. I don't understand how this prison is run, and I don't know if it's run actually at all. In fact, it's not, because we're seeing these scenes occur without anything in reality actually happening. There'd be like a SWAT team fucking here in a second, because people are dying in this prison riot. And so my question is, whoever built this area where you keep the most deadly criminals and put the execution room underneath it, I just have a few questions, that's all.
Usually in prisons, each like part of the prison has to like, you know, give an update to make sure everything's fine. So you would think within like a minute or like 3 minutes of like no response, if someone tried to contact this portion of the prison, you would think that it would be overrun, like you just said. But it's just like these prisoners are just able to leave their cells.
You'd think when it comes to, I don't know, fucking death's row, that wouldn't be the most important thing to secure in a prison.
With this, I'll go down in history as a Buddha, equivalent in power and
Oh my
glory to
god, what
Sakamune.
am I, how, excuse me?
No, I think
The mass murdering Buddha? I don't know enough about Buddha, but it's hard to think of yourself as a god when
He's mastered luck and destiny, so he's a god.
he's fucking trolling people with his stand.
You perspired abundantly because FF made you run
Yep,
around.
you were right,
Your
Quinn.
sweat is the water they use.
Oh my god,
And
I
you
hate this
missed
show.
It appears that FF can create mirrors using sweat. So if you're looking at a reflection of me, that's not at all your safe direction. In fact, quite the opposite.
Why does any of that matter when she's on the electrical chair? What you just said does not matter. It literally doesn't matter. She's dead. Like, she should be dead right now.
The only thing
Also,
to seal
the
away
electrical
perfect feng shui
conduct should be transferring to
assassination
him
is
when
a
she grabbed him,
tie.
but it's not.
FF made their resolve specifically for this.
Oh, there it goes. We just had to wait a few seconds.
If I can share some good fortune with you.
I need Jolene to explain what happened.
Wait.
Well, it's over. What's going to happen next? You'll keep looking at the bone. right?
Stacia just doesn't give a
That's really
fuck.
what you should- We know it was indeed.
She'll be
an
fine. Just
I
pour water
can't
on her and she'll
believe
probably
this.
live.
Are these people even human? You just witnessed your
No.
friend get executed. It's fine. We need to focus on the bone.
And death by electrocution is like one of the most like fucked up ways to go.
We-
Like, it's not pleasant to
You
look at.
Just watch the
so-
person you've been hanging out with for however fucking many months or years. That was brutal. And you have nothing to say about it.
What are you doing?
What do you think you're doing? The damage your body has suffered is far more severe and extensive than you realize.
He's saying that she's already dead. There's no point to going to save her or anything. You are like a Ganondorf. I don't know how else to describe you.
Now you want to use your
What are you
thread?
doing? Are you trying to release your stand in your condition? Is the raw fury of revenge driving this?
We're not leaving him like this. Let's end it right now.
For Jolene to help her friend with all of her might, she needed to watch her get electrocuted on a chair and bonk her head down some stairs to finally knock some sense into her to help her friend. It really begs the question why you just didn't do that when he wasn't looking at you.
FF survived. I fucking knew it. Holy shit, that's amazing.
Hey, Jolene! Do you truly
Yeah.
think Do you refuse to see?
I like how, dude, Jolene's only like 5 feet away from him and he's still going. Did he just shove his foot in her mouth?
Yes.
Bow down before me.
There's no way.
Bow down before me.
What the fuck am I watching? Dude, there was so many things at once that like was like, what the fuck? This is weird, dude. Like, I don't know if there's some weird shit you're trying to do with feet and Jolene and fucking stop. This is awful. And then two, the way his delivery on this line might be one of the fucking cringiest things I've ever heard.
Jolene, eat my Burger King foot lettuce.
I think he's like, I won. He sounds like Waluigi.
Yes, I won!
He really is. Oh god, he is Waluigi.
There's
Right.
no change in reviving the founder either!
Reviving the founder. You know about it too? Are you
Oh
fucking
my god,
kidding
he
me?
just killed himself.
How is he levitating upwards?
Look,
Did you seriously
Bonk.
just revive the fucking bullshit villain just so he can knock his head unconscious?
Hey! I
No,
hear
he's
you
still
did
alive.
Nightbreak's dream. All you have to do is confirm it. My instant death kick.
It's not his stand anymore.
Hey,
you
wait, Dragon,
fucking
come
kidding
back. Why
me?
are you drifting away?
You're the one who let go voluntarily and started falling to the ground.
Yeah,
You're
wait, what the fuck? Why did he leave the railing?
Ah.
What? What
he
is
let
that
go on
cut?
his own.
What are you doing? I had him fucking bonk his head on the thing to then let go and
then he
kill
let go of the
himself.
railing.
Is there brains in these stand users?
But he's like baffled. He's like, why? He's like, I didn't let go.
Wouldn't there be some idea that you'd get when you'd lose the power of the stand? Also, you're like you just got fucking electrocuted. Take a second to breathe and assess the situation, maybe.
There's no logic.
Oh, no. You know what I just thought of? Why was he fighting FF the entire time? Isn't his mission to kill Jolene?
Kill Jolene, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, see, he was gonna start by finding Jolene, but then FF just happened to show up. So he's like, you know what? Yeah, let's go. I'll 1v1 you.
Why didn't he attack when Westwood was attacking her? Would have been
Exactly.
really
They could've
nice.
easily beaten her up.
That would have been a very quick end to this abysmal show.
I mean, he just bungee jumped all the way back up.
Does he have Trisha stand? What
What
am
is
I watching?
Oh my god, it's Anastasia's stand.
What is that?
That's why he was able to do that.
Like, and that's not it. Could it possibly be? The stand that's emerging from inside Jolene is...
Diver drive, and I ensured it dove into her body
Drive.
itself.
You want to know what's funny is that when the kick landed, Jolene was literally just like so much blood was spurting out and everything, so you would think that she took a lot of damage from the attack. But it turns out that Anastasia knew exactly what he was going to do and protected her perfectly from the attack.
Sucks that the person with the perfect stand to beat the enemy stand user in the room didn't help FF just because he's a cunt.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's way too many bones. Excuse me?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, what is that anatomy?
It would be like 15 feet tall.
Okay.
That's fucked up. Part 6 seems especially especially gross with body horror, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Like really
This man
bad.
that FF brought with
Why
him,
is he like
Anastasia.
bouncing around?
He's a
He
frog.
slipped his own powerful stand into my body.
We now know everything there is to know about his stand. It has nothing to do with dreams. That whole sequence we saw at the beginning where like the glasses like magically shot out to FF is completely unexplainable.
Well, they're trying to explain that once they get her in the bad luck spot,
Anything can happen, I guess.
Yeah, in that spot. That's why when her arm got taken the first time, it hit the dude, which scared away the flies, which got the bird to eat the fly but go into the
I get
fan,
it.
and then like all that shit happened.
So there you go, Justin. This show does understand cause and effect. Just the worst variation of the humanly possible.
That was a good way of putting it, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
he can phase through solids and freely change their insides, apparently.
And can dismember things, including
Yeah.
a stand. Jolene never even figured out why Anastasia's being a dick. She didn't get past like the line of logic that explains as to why Anastasia didn't help in the fight at all. Because she
But
brings
how-
that up. And they just lampshade it because he's like, I'm just here to help you. But then she'd be like, if she said helping me would help FF, what does he say then? They didn't address that.
Kenzo doesn't feel pain right now. That goes for me.
What do you mean he
too.
doesn't feel pain? He's
This is
just
the
screaming
stand
out in
that
agony
prisoners and
just a
guards
few
fight.
seconds ago. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Can you just kill him now?
Yeah, this is pretty horrific, Jolene.
It's
okay
so
with this?
fucking stupid.
I can't breathe.
The sound effects are
Go that way.
incredible.
Did you just say he can't breathe?
This guy is an ally?
That's what I'm saying!
This is like part 4 music.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, it's
Well,
harvest
yo, it should get
coming
you.
your way.
Yeah. What would you give episode 4? Out of like 1 out of 10. That was the one with the fucking falling meteors.
God, that was a 1.
Yeah, easily a 1.
I give it a 2 because
So-
I think that this episode was worse.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah. I
You
guess
actually
it too.
think this episode's worse?
I think this was
Yeah, I
the
do
worst one
too.
we've seen.
Yeah, I actually agree. I think this might be the actual worst episode I've ever seen.
You didn't like watching Home
I think the
Alone?
first one was actually the best episode we've seen, but I don't think it was good.
Episode 5, I will give it a 4 out of 10. 4 or 3. 3 to 4, somewhere in there. And then this episode gets the lowest possible score, which is 1, but I would give it like 0 if I could, but 1.
I think episode 5's the best episode so far. maybe a 3.5, maybe a 4. I don't know. It's either that one or Dio Boat's episode for the best. And then
Dio Boat gets a 5 out of 10 just for Dio Boat.
and then
Just for Dio Boat.
Literally.
Episode 6 was a 1 or 2. That was tough.
Yes, we still have 6 more episodes. But I guess this whole fucking part is just gonna be in this fucking ward because there's still apparently 2 more stand users in this room that we haven't yet seen. We got Shigechi and then probably fucking the dude with the level 1 strength fucking helmet from For the King.
The fucking chum
Holy
bucket
shit.
helmet looking motherfucker.